Come on, guys. Time to go to the Zoom room. You ready for kindergarten? Come on.
So over the summer, our district gave the option of virtual or face-to-face instruction. So as a campus and as grade levels, we were working together to figure that out. And it was interesting times. We knew how to start school face-to-face and welcoming kids into our building, but we had never started school before online or virtually. And so as we're working through that with our grade levels and talking about that with our teams, I can remember a moment where Miss Porteroy came up to me in the hallway.
And I said, hey, I really just feel like I need to help take this burden off, and I want to be the virtual teacher for first grade. And I get the phone call and he's like, would you mind taking over kindergarten and first grade to be our virtual teacher? Our numbers just are not enough for one only grade level. We would need you to do both. And I immediately never been a kindergarten teacher. I'm already thinking in my head, letters? Sounds? Zoom? No way. But I did it, and I just felt in my heart from the get-go that I needed to do it.
She not only agreed to it, she embraced it.
I immediately thought, how am I going to teach kindergartners math? Without cubes, without counters, without things. And I didn't want virtual to be a cop-out. I didn't want it to be not the best education that a child could get. So it was very important for me to make sure that I was giving them the love and the respect and everything that they needed through pickup lines and Zoom calls, and making sure that they still felt the feel of school while they were still learning at the same time. So friends, it's Monday. You know what that means, we had a weekend. Oh yeah, that's Keystone and Cinnamon down there. They're trying to say good morning. It is May, boys and girls. We've been talking about this month. We've been talking about it since the beginning of the year. I started the virtual journey at Willow Creek, and I did the first 9 weeks of school there. Okay, well, if you find it before next group, you can show it, okay? And I kept trying to make my virtual kindergarten and first grade classes into Willow Creek classes. Excellent job. Oh, Rosalind, do you want the spotlight? Ooh, look at you, Rosie. And I just couldn't. They weren't there. And I felt like I kept trying to fit a cookie cutter teacher version of myself that I'd always been, and I wasn't that teacher anymore. I couldn't be at school. It's easier for me to connect with my students at home. They're Zooming from their dining rooms or their playrooms that have been transformed into schoolrooms. You know, I look out into their little lofts and I see some of the same teaching posters that I have up in mine. You know, there's always a pineapple in their little learning study somewhere as well. So they've transformed their homes. I've transformed my home. It just made more sense for me to connect with two campuses, merge them into one, and all kind of become pineapples. Ah, the pineapple, my symbol. You have to stand tall. You have to be confident in all that you do. Even if you're not sure, you still know it's there. Wear your crown. No one's is like yours. Get thick skin, but you can be sweet on the inside. Gotta give kindness to others.
And Humble ISD's Elementary Teacher of the Year is Emily Porter-Roy.
So Miss Porter-Roy is a special educator, and I've told her this before, but she can connect with any student and with any family. And I think what she proved this year is that she was able to do that through a computer screen, through Zoom. She made those kids feel just as much a part of Willow Creek as our face-to-face students. She is a one-of-a-kind educator. She gives everything she has to her kids, and I'm just so proud that we have her here at Willow Creek and that she's getting to impact our Cardinals.
And Humble ISD's Secondary and District Teacher of the Year is Dwight Smith.
Smith, I'd never met before, but we came to open house, and he was just the most amazing person ever. I checked in with him. He was like, oh, like, you know, he's always so bubbly and he's so cool. So I was like, I'm gonna love this teacher. So I came in that first day, and I mean, it's first day of school and I'm really awkward because I didn't know anyone. And he just made me feel so welcome. He's just such an open book.
I treat every kid as if they were my own kids. I run my classroom like I run my house. And I encourage everybody. I lift you up, I put you in your place. I give you everything I was given. And at the end, you get to make your own decision. And that's the driving force. All these kids know that when I say something, it's not to bring you down, uplift you. I'm trying to give you that encouragement, that discipline, that lift up to get you to be where you need to be.
He cares about us like his own children. Like, he's always there for us if we need him. He knows what he's doing, so it's a good, like, mentor in a way.
I love his drive. I love the way that he pushes his students to want to be better every day. He wants us to not make mistakes that happen in the real world. He wants to prepare us for what we're going to have to get used to once we step off of this school premises the minute that us seniors do graduate from his class.
These kids got 4 years. And when they leave 4 years, they gotta be ready for the real world. I'm hoping all my kids leave with something that me, myself, and what I've done has taught them to be successful in their own right.
If we're doing something in class and someone is quiet, he involves them. He sits down with us, he takes it one by one, and he puts us in the action.
And we missed one piece of information, and we had to start all over again. Frida, what do you think happened in this accident?
The people who work for Tesla, who manufacture those cars, to see what could have been avoided. Because I think what really caused the huge incident was the fire, was the battery.
He's like my father in the school, so if I need something, I just go to him. And he's like so supportive. He's there for his children and all the time, like he's always there for them.
He's in contact with my mother, and they make sure that I stay on top of all of my work to make sure I get all of my work done, just to make sure I stay on the straight and narrow.
Let your mama call me and tell me you cutting up. We gonna have that conversation. And so that philosophy, that family, that environment, a lot of kids don't have that.
He's not gonna be mean, but he tells you like things that have to be done in a certain way. If you want to get far in life, you have to be self-disciplined and above all, kind.
Teach from your mistakes and your successes. Make every kid understand that their life, their education is their choice.
Any walk of life, he will do his best to prepare you for it, and he's there every step of the way trying to help and make sure that we are fully prepared, more than prepared for our futures.